are you mad? Are you dizzy? Are you dizzy? So I don't care. All I remember is there was blood in my mouth. I bit a chunk out her leg. She bit my finger. I felt like I was in prison. Like I was like, what has just happened? Okay. What now? And I'm still alive. Do you know who I am? Unbeatable.
Perfect. Perfect.
I'm a bad bitch. You can't kill me.
This is a story time about a fight I got into with 5 other girls. I am changing the names of people for privacy protection purposes. I don't want to get sued. Fucking hell, look. I'm a tramp, guys. Okay, it's my birthday soon. I'm gonna get my nails done in a couple of days, but I just gotta film it. This story happened when I was in year 11. Yeah, I was 16. And okay, at the time I had a boyfriend, okay? And let's call him George. We were together for like 5 months. This was my first ever boyfriend, guys. So I was in love. I was puppy love. Like, my boyfriend George had a best friend, okay, and it was a girl. Let's call her Susan. So my boyfriend George had a best friend that was a girl called Susan. And bearing in mind, yeah, I moved schools. So I was at an all-girls school before this, and then I just thought like I don't want to be here no more. So I was like, cool, let me switch schools. The next day I switched schools. Like, I'm very spontaneous. Like, when I think something, I do it. Do you get it? I get it done. I must have had a friendship group, right? There was like 5 of us, and in the morning we was in McDonald's. We just squirted cream on my friend's leg, innit? And it looked like, so throughout the day we was laughing at that. I was like, oh, look at your leg, you've got cream. Just dumb stuff that kids laugh at, innit? So I must have been walking with him now, yeah, my friend. Let's call my friend Kay. So I was walking with Kay now, and I must have looked at his leg and I was like, no, that looks nasty. Like, you need to fix that. Like, look at you. You're walking with that on your leg. And then we must have walked past Susan's cousin. Let's call her Mary. So we walked past Susan's cousin Mary. And so we was laughing at his leg, and I looked up and I saw her. So I'm not going to stop laughing. I'm going to carry on laughing, like, it's funny. So I'm laughing, thinking nothing of it. So it must have been on a Wednesday, yeah? This was on a Wednesday. So that lunchtime, I was in the cafeteria with my friends. And then Susan comes up to me now on a gang thing. She comes up to me like this. I heard you was laughing at my cousin. I stood there like, what? My head spun, I was flabbergasted. I stood there like, what? I can't remember exactly what was said, but I must have said something like what are you speaking about? And then she was like, you're laughing at my cousin, you're taking the piss out of my cousin. At this point, yeah, it made no sense to me. It's going to be explained later, innit? But I want you guys to be as confused as I was. So I was like, what? And at the point, I didn't like her, innit? Because people have been telling me that she's been with my man. Whilst you're meant to be his best friend, like, you've been doing stuff with my man. Like, I didn't like her. There was tension there already between me and her. So, cool. I must have been like, I don't know what you're talking about, mate. Like, me, I'm bare nonchalant. I'm very nonchalant. So, like, so when something happens, I'm just like, okay, what now? Like, I don't really give a reaction unless I need to. What I remember is she must have pulled my hair or something. So we started fighting. I was punching her, she punching me. So I must have got her hair and I had her head like this. And I was hitting her. She must have had my hair, but it was like a that thing. One of her friends must have came now, try joining the fight. My boyfriend now, George, must have came running in, but didn't really, like, he was just trying to tell me to let go of her hair. But obviously, I'm an Aries, I don't listen to no one. So the teacher must have come now, separated us, and then took me to T2. So in our school, T2 was like exclusion, if you guys know what that is. If you don't, it's like, it's where they put you when you get in trouble, when they separate you from other kids. We had like a little block. It was like, there was walls, and you sit down. It's got a computer. It was like prison basically. They took my phone. I couldn't contact no one. I felt like I was in prison. Like I was like, what has just happened? Then I found out the reason for the fight. So the reason for the fight, I'm not going to say on here because it's a bit peak in it, and I'm not really trying to out people's information. But the reason for the fight was that something to do with her cousin. I'm not going to go into details. So then when I found out the reason, I was like, what? Like, they tried to stop me from going to prom. They tried to exclude me again. I was like, no, I'm not a dickhead. Like, are you dumb? Like, you're trying to stop me from going to prom. The whole reason I came to a mixed school is so I can go prom, and you're trying to tell me now I can't go prom? Sorry, no. So I don't give a fuck. I literally went up to the teacher and I said, listen, this is the reason for the fight. I literally told them. It's not a thing where this and that snitching. I don't care. Do you get it? I moved schools. I bought a whole blazer for £60 just to go prom, and you're telling me now I can't go prom? Are you mad? Are you dizzy? Are you dizzy? So I don't care. Yeah, so that was on a Wednesday. On a Friday now, I must have been walking home, and I was with my best friend. There's basically, with our school, yeah, there's two different ways we can go. There's two different ways we can go home. We can go the front way or the back way. So I went the back way now, and I'm walking. And there was about a group of girls that just didn't like me in school. Fuck knows why. I don't really give a fuck why. But they just didn't like me. So I'm walking home now. No. I'm walking to the bus stop. And it's set up. It's a road, yeah. This is the road. And then there's a church here, yeah. And then there's a little alleyway that goes round the back and comes back. And then from this side road, she steps out. Do you get it? Susan, she steps out. I look to my left. I see the entire school there. Just like, so Susan now steps out in front of me, stops my path, and is like, you wanted to tell the teacher about my cousin? I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, not again. Like, round two. There was 4 other girls there. Really tall girls. Like, let's say 5'9", 5'10", 6 foot. Bearing in mind now, the side road from where she's come up is a slope. So I'm just gonna act it out, yeah. I was like, yeah, so like what? She punched my face, I think, or punched my body, something. Punched me. So we started fighting. For some reason I ended up on top of her, because I just remember, yeah, my dad always telling me, if you ever get in fights, get on top. I don't give a fuck what you do, make sure you get on top, because if you're on the bottom, you're fucked. I think it must have been the 6th or 7th punch. For some reason my finger came out. I didn't feel it at the time, because obviously bare adrenaline in it. I did not notice this happened. I just thought, oh rush. So I've gone to punch her now. She's bit my finger. She bit my finger. She bit my finger. So it's been a thing where I've gone like that, and now I've gone to put it back and I can't, because she's got my finger. This is the finger. So for some reason I must have been like punched her in my other hand, and I got my finger out. And then her leg must have been in the air, innit? I took her leg and I bit her chunk out her leg. I bit a chunk out her leg. I'm not proud to say this, like, my logic, if you've now bitten my finger, I can bite you, because I don't bite people, like, who does that? But you started it, so I'm gonna bite you too. Do you get it? So I bit a chunk out her leg. All I remember is there was blood in my mouth, and yeah, I just wouldn't let go of her leg. People were screaming, let go of her leg, let go of her leg, let go of her leg. And that's the only thing. For some reason we got separated. Shout out to you for carrying me away. Man carried me away in his arms. Like, that's some real shit. But yeah, I had my kickers on as well. Oh, that's old school. Quit playing with me. But yeah, afterwards I must have got my phone, because I was like, no, fuck this, I need a ride. Let me call my dad. So I must have got my phone, but then something's feeling weird. Like, I was like, wait, why can't I hold my phone properly? It's feeling mad weird. So I must have looked at my finger now. My finger is like, no lie, my finger's this big, yeah. Purple, this big, with holes, a hole in it here, enter hole here, and a hole there. But I thought that my shit had to get amputated, and I was like, what? Like, what's going on? What happened? I had like a surgery on my finger. It wasn't like deep. It was just because basically the doctors were like, we don't know what's in her mouth. Do you get it? Like, we don't know what bacteria is in her mouth. We don't know what, like, if she has like diseases. Like, we don't know what's in her mouth. That's basically it. The time I got jumped by 5 girls. So guys, moral of the story, when you're punching girls, make sure your fingers don't come out. Make sure you're doing this, because if your finger comes out, someone's gonna bite it, then you're gonna end up in hospital like me with a swollen finger, not being able to type. Not very fun. But yeah, that's the moral of the story. That's the time I got jumped by 5 girls. I hope you guys liked it.